Digital acceleration is here. Health systems are walking the path, but are they in the right direction? Welcome to Patient Journey Pioneers, roadmaps from the top digital leaders in healthcare, who share insights and strategies that are pushing the patient journey to new heights. This podcast is brought to you by Hyro, and I'm your host, Liat Kozuch. Yes, awesome. Okay, well, welcome back to another episode of Patient Journey Pioneers. Today will be pioneered by Troy Goodwin, Health Sales Director, and Jody Tropeano, Health Head of Content, who's back for her second time with us. These incredible minds are part of the driving force behind the premier healthcare innovation event, Health, and we gather here today to get some inside scoop around this year's event in October 20th to 23rd at the Venetian in Las Vegas. Right, Troy?
You got it. I'm proud of you. First time.
Thank you. I did my homework. I prepped for this. No, just kidding. It's one of our the events that we sponsor, of course. So I have, it's part of my job to know the dates. So Troy, let's start with you. Where are you joining us from?
I'm in Boston, just north of Boston. So
very cool. Yeah. And Jody?
I'm at Health HQ in New York City.
Nice. Okay, I live near New York too, so we should get coffee sometime when you're done decompressing after the show.
That would be lovely.
Yes.
Yay. And Jody, this is also your second time back, as I mentioned. We actually discussed ViVE 2023 when it was first in Nashville, and now it's coming back to Nashville next year. So we'll get to that. But today, let's focus on health. And before we do, Troy and Jody, I want to get to know kind of about your roles so our audience kind of knows what you guys do, what a day in the life looks like. So Troy, let's start with you.
Yeah, so I'm a sales director at Health. Really, my job is working with all of our sponsors, our clients, really kind of learning about what their goals are, who are they trying to meet, really what they're trying to achieve at Health. And my job is to really help figure out what those best options are for them. So it's exciting because I get to learn about each, client every day, really what their goals are. And then really my job is then point out directly, this is the best way for you guys to approach reaching out.
I love it. And we actually just discussed the AI pavilion for Hyro as an option. So I have to look into that. And you have it all side by side and organized. So anyway, it's great working with you. So thanks for sending that over. And awesome. And Jody, tell us about a day in the life. It's hard to be head of content and make sure you include everything in these events. So what do you do?
So every day is a little different, but I spend lately a lot of time reviewing every single one of our many thousand speaker applications. So that's a lot of fun. Honestly, it's this year we have had so many amazing applications. So it's just getting harder and harder to make these decisions every year. I do have a team that I work with daily, and really our job is to organize the entirety of our program from the main stage down to our pavilion stages, specialty programs, making sure it all fits together nicely and we're not missing any of the hot topics, and then choosing all of the speakers to speak to those topics. So it's a lot to do, and we try to get it right every year and make sure that there's really something for everyone on our program.
It's interesting.
So Jody's busy.
Yeah, she's. I don't think she has a lot to do.
I wake up in the middle of the night and I'm like, ooh, this idea. I have a notes app just filled with ideas for either this year or I use it for the next year of Health. So
you probably have a whole bank of can't fit it into this agenda, but maybe next year, maybe ViVE. So anyway, I'm very excited. So let's get right into it. Troy, we have a lot to talk about, but can you give our listeners kind of an overview of what to expect this year at Health?
What's exciting about Health this year is, it's always, to the forefront of innovation, especially within the healthcare space. But we're expecting 12,000 plus, attendees, really, but covering the entire healthcare ecosystem. So you're going to be getting, connections and sessions courtesy of Jody, but from, the pharma and life science, the health plans, our health systems. But there's also that big piece of startups and accelerators. And it's really just seeing where is the healthcare industry going? What is this new technology, solutions, products that are coming to the forefront of solving the problems that we're facing now, but then also that we foresee coming to the future? So it's really the show you want to be at to learn where is healthcare going.
Wow, I love it. Sounds like a must attend. And Jody, on to you as head of content. This is really known as being the kind of forefront of healthcare innovation. So will you get all these session submissions and different topics? What are you seeing as the most exciting new technologies or trends that will be showcased this year at Health?
Yeah, so I mean, this is probably a very obvious answer, but generative AI and all the foundation models, I mean, we have to cover it. It has taken the industry by storm. So we're covering it from a lot of different perspectives. No panels about like what is the hope and promise of AI. We won't do any of that. So we'll cover it from the end user perspective. Like, is this going to further complicate the payer provider relationship? We'll cover it from the investor perspective. Like, they're the ones really fueling this boom. So what should they look for? How can they be aware of AI washing happening on a lot of pitch decks right now? So I think we have some unique takes on generative AI. And then, past that, I think that another big topic is around longevity. Longevity's been an obsession kind of on the fringes for a while, but now the health industry is starting to wake up that this is real. This is what consumers really want. We want not just to expand our lifespan, but our health span. We want to live more healthy years. So we're covering that from a lot of different ways, from like the lifestyle factors to all the really cool preventative technologies out there, like the full body MRI scans, and then even some of the like biological age tests that are now on the market. And then also, we're very aware of the cost factor with a lot of these technologies and services. So how can we scale these in a way that they're accessible to everyone? So we're pretty excited about the longevity sessions we have planned. And then I would say just around like healthcare payments, we're in an election year, which everyone is very aware of. So we are covering topics that are related to that, like what to expect in the Medicare market if the election goes in either direction. And then, past just the political challenges of healthcare payments, just around these new blockbuster therapies like GLP-1s and how that is really causing quite a stir in the employer market in particular. Like, how are these small employers going to meet the demand for these medications and remain financially viable as a company? So there's a lot of big things happening in healthcare, but we want to get down to how is this all going to work? Are we creating a bubble that we're not going to be able to get out of? I mean, we all know about the ballooning cost of care. So a lot of really interesting takes on the payment side too. So don't sleep on those sessions.
Definitely won't. Is there a way to, by the way, like flag the sessions that I'm interested in attending?
Oh yeah. Download the app before you get on site.
Okay.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, the health app is like one of the best tools you have on site. You're able to essentially mark on a schedule and calendar for yourself all the sessions you want to see. It's a way to communicate with attendees, and the team's even built a lead scanner into it. So anyone that you speak to, you can pull right through the app, aggregate all those people you met with, and then get those contacts after the event. So really trying to make it very efficient too, because we know there is so much going on, and the team's doing a great job with that.
Wow, I love that, Troy, like the app aspect. I didn't even know that. So I'll put it in the show notes. Now I sound like a true podcast host. I'll put that app, the link to the app in the show notes so everyone can access it, because I don't think a lot of people are aware that there is an app. I'm sure in your emails soon you're going to start, making that very apparent, but that definitely makes the experience a lot easier. And Troy, you kind of led me straight into this question. First of all, you guys have over 75,000 members at Health in General. So what are some ways that you kind of enable this conference experience for them? What are some unique opportunities for them to engage? I know 75,000 aren't going to be there. You're saying around the 12,000, not a small group of people. So through sponsorships, partnerships, community initiatives, like what else is going on beyond the sessions and the show floor?
Yeah, well, what's really exciting now is that we've added a whole nother piece to health, which is really our health community. It's going to give an opportunity for all of our audience, our attendees, whether you're there on site or not, to be able to communicate, to share expertise digitally, but all year round. So not just at ViVE, not just at Health, not just at Health Europe, all year long, we'll be able to have all these experts and all these senior executives really communicating as what's going on in the industry, what is up and coming, what are they facing, but again, in a digital forefront. So it's really exciting. This is relatively new that we've launched it, but one big message that Jody and I want to get across is everyone sign up for Health Community. It's free to do so. You can go in, you can start communicating with our attendees, with our sponsors right now. And it's just a really, really exciting forefront overall, just for the community to really engage all year round.
Yeah. We can
Jody, anything to add?
For that too. Link in bio.
Yeah, link in bio.
That's what I was missing. Thank you for that. You're going to join me as a host next time. Where can we reach this community, this health community?
Yes, you can just go right to our site. There's a spot to hit Health Community where you can sign up. And then we just announced as of yesterday that we're going to have a Slack channel as well that is specifically for health community that everyone else can sign up for. And it's exciting. We already have a lot of people already kind of introducing who they are, putting their titles, their bios, and already engaging with each other. So we'd definitely, tell everyone, go for it, sign in, because you're already going to be able to start talking, attendees and sponsors,
Wow.
our whole audience.
Wow, that's going to be hard to catch up. Like, I'm going to want to read every single. Okay, good luck to me. Awesome. And Jody, as we look into the future of healthcare, you're kind of always on the watch of the trends, scanning everyone's ideas and looks into the future. So what do you think are some key trends and developments in healthcare that health aims to spotlight in the coming years? Like after health, what do you think will be more prominent at ViVE, which I'm going to ask you guys a bit about also to get some inside scoop. But what are your thoughts on that as far as future trends that are just around the corner?
Yeah, I mean, I know I brought up the election, but this is a really pivotal year for many different reasons. But in the healthcare world, I mean, one thing that we're really going to cover quite a bit at health is around reproductive rights and reproductive health. So depending on how the election plays out, I think that will need to be a continuing conversation. So that's something that we're really paying a lot of attention to, and we're not shying away from talking about that this year. Something else is, I think, around climate change's impact on public health. Again, like a little bit of a thorny political topic, but we're not looking at it as a political topic. It is a healthcare challenge that we're going to continue to face. So we'll continue to integrate it into our program. And then I think something else that I've been kind of shouting about since year one of health, and everyone has scratched their head when I use the term digital twin, but I think digital twin is finally breaking through. So this digital copy of ourselves with our genomic data, our wearable data, our blood test results, creating this digital version of our health that we can do everything from testing. If I eat this banana, what will be the impact? If I go for a jog instead of a walk, what will be the impact? To if I take this medication, what will be the impact on my body before I actually have to ingest it myself? I think the floodgates are going to open with that. And we're already seeing a lot of companies that are entering the space. So I think that's both a ViVE and a health topic.
I have to say, I'm so surprised. Go ahead. I just want to say before, Troy, I know you probably definitely have something to add to that. I'm just so surprised at how you two are not just bringing up the same buzzword of like AI. That's what I thought I was going to hear about. Also, because Hiro's in the space of conversational AI for healthcare, but you're really bringing this like all encompassing spectrum of themes. And so it really feels like health is the place to be to really get that full picture of what's going on.
Yeah, and it's funny, you just read my mind, because what I was going to say was that aspect of AI, what's exciting is, at Health, it's the first time we're doing an AI pavilion. What I've loved seeing is no companies are alike that are actually being a part of it. We're really seeing people using AI in so many different ways, from, clinical testing to genomics pieces to, really, helping answer diagnosis, right there on the forefront. And it's just very, very cool, different, and exciting to see all these different companies understanding that AI can be used in so many different ways within the healthcare space.
Yeah. I'm excited about the patient-facing AI companies that are out there. I know there's a lot of obviously ethical considerations, and we will talk about that at Health, but I'm excited to get my hands on some of these technologies and start using them. And there's a few companies that I'm really excited about. I won't name names today, but you'll see them on our program. So you could probably guess who they are. I think.
Oh, come on. This is all about the inside scoop.
I think the patient-facing AI topic will just continue to grow every year.
Amazing. Troy, I did want to ask you, what are some like FAQs that have come in from attendees that this is kind of like your platform to just address them here, whoever's watching on LinkedIn or got an email about this episode on their Spotify. They just want to get all the answers in one place. So we know it's October 20th to 23rd at the Venetian in Las Vegas. Tell us a bit more FAQs that have come in.
Yeah, I think one of the biggest things that I did mention was the app, for instance. So there's so many questions that are around, how do I start engaging? How do I kind of build my own health plan while I'm there? What's exciting about the health app is you're going to have an opportunity, weeks before the event to already start engaging with attendees, just through the app before you even arrive. So I think a lot of the questions, and everyone's got the excitement, right? Wanting to get there. Who's going to be there? Well, we have a tool for you to already start engaging with the team and the people that will be there. But there's always the questions about booking hotels, everyone should get on that right away. Deadlines are coming up. So
is that open? That's already open, right?
It's open, yes, yes. So I would definitely suggest get those hotels booked, but start exploring really kind of what you want to achieve at Health. And then another major factor, I think a lot of people have questions about our Market Connect program. And that used to be formerly known as Hosted Buyer. It's now rebranded to Market Connect. And it is just a major initiative as an organization to really build this program. We've seen so much benefit, so much value coming for not only those, not lack of terms buyers, but for participants, but for our sponsors too. Really people are in need of solutions or products or ways to solve the problems they're facing. And it's giving our clients an opportunity to meet with people that need a problem solved. And the team is working hard to even grow and expand the number of participants that we had. I think we're looking at trying to triple that this year for Health. And we're already well on track for it. So that's another major factor of the event that I think people will be excited about.
Yeah. I would add to come early and stay late because there's a lot going on from early Sunday to midday Wednesday. So it's really a jam-packed schedule. If you're purchasing a ticket, just stay for the whole thing. It's worth your while. And also register early, save money.
Yes. Register early for sure.
Yeah.
Register early, save money, arrive early. Can you, Jody, give me a bird's eye view of the agenda? I know, is it like the ViVE format where the day that you get there, there's an evening reception, kickoff, and then that following day is where the expo opens? Tell us a bit about that.
A little different than ViVE. For Health, Sunday is day one. So I know Health Europe, we call that day zero, but for us, Sunday is really day one. So we have amazing partner programs going on from around 10 a.m. So we have, I think, anywhere from like 8 to 12 partner programs that are deep dives on specific topics hosted by some of our strategic partners. And then our main agenda will kick off around 1 o'clock. So we're actually theming our Sunday session. Stage 1 will be all adolescent pediatric health topics. Stage 2 is kind of middle-aged, kind of where we all are now. And stage 3 is...
I don't feel that way, but okay.
Yeah, on the day. Today I feel that way. And stage 3 is all kind of senior care, healthy aging topics.
That's how I feel today.
I was going to say, we relate to that one.
Yes.
Yeah, today probably leaning towards that. But
especially it's like a Tuesday, that's how I'm feeling.
But with all the innovation we're talking about, we're going to feel great at any age. So that's
exactly. My digital twin may not, but I will.
Yeah, there you go. And then our main stage kicks off at around 4 o'clock. So we have some really great main stage speakers on Sunday, and then Sunday evenings are a big welcome reception. Monday and Tuesday, our expo hall is open. They're full days of content and then networking events in the evening. Tuesday night is our industry night reception, which we have not announced our performer yet, but we do have one, and everyone's going to be very excited. And then Wednesday is our deep dive summit. So it's kind of events within our event are happening on Wednesday on the show floor. We have topics like the GLP-1 summit, the healthy aging summit, the policy summit. So those are half-day events, like I mentioned, 8 a.m. to noon. And if you're interested in any of those topics, definitely stay for those summits because you'll get a lot more in-depth information than you'll get on the rest of the program. So it's a lot to do, a packed 4 days, but hopefully you'll leave with new friends and new experiences.
And those summits are exciting too, because this is something new that we're doing for Health this year. So that's, when Jody's saying stay through Wednesday, like you don't want to miss out because this is another whole feature where we've added onto Wednesday for Health.
Yeah.
So flight-wise, usually I tell my team to arrive that Sunday evening, but it's actually Sunday noon.
Mm-hmm. So, if you're traveling, depends on what coast you're traveling from. You may even want to consider coming in on Saturday. There's a lot to do in Las Vegas if you haven't heard. So I'm sure you can on Saturday night. Or, you can fly in early that Sunday and be able to catch everything going on.
And then leave her on Wednesday after the summit, hopefully whoever can stick around.
Mm-hmm.
Is there an after party for the health team, like a pool party that I could join on Thursday or Friday?
We usually have an impromptu pool party.
That usually happens after when we're decompressing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. First a nap and then pool party.
Yes. Yeah.
Love it. I love it. Okay. You guys will be very exhausted, but feel very rewarded during that after party, I'm sure.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
Awesome. Well, okay, so much information, but very good, very good. I'm sure our attendees are now getting that full picture, and the app especially is extremely useful, and the Slack channel. Can't wait to join that. Let's finish off with a little speed round. So Troy, let's start with you. One word, what excites you most about Health 2024?
It's the networking. It's overall being able to meet with, for me, all of my sponsors that I'm Zooming with all year round, speaking with, building out these custom programs with. But then it's also just getting to network with all these senior healthcare execs that you just learn so much from. You know, that's one unique thing I always say about my job is I just feel like I'm constantly learning because every client has some new innovation and has a different perspective. So that's why I love being on site because it just amplifies it even more when you're.
Love it. Jody, what's your favorite part about health in general, and what are you looking forward to most this year?
So my favorite part is once the opening remarks are done, because I could just breathe at that point, but just seeing the fruits of our labor. I think it's just rare in any career that you actually get to see with your own eyes what all of the work that you put in year round and what comes of that. So it's just really rewarding for us. So that's what I look forward to. And then this year, I'm looking forward to, we'll hang out with Troy, of course, because we live in different cities.
I know, I can't wait.
Take a number, stand in line for some time with Troy.
Then meeting Halle Berry. So we haven't announced it yet, but I can say that Halle Berry will be speaking this year. So
I was wondering if you were going to say it.
She has to say it here. Come on. Every year we have a podcast episode. This is where you got to say it.
Yeah,
spill the beans.
Some news, some not yet announced news, but I'm so pumped to meet her. She's a star in so many ways.
I know what I'm going to say in my teaser tomorrow because we put out a teaser about this episode tomorrow. I'm going to say that it's a secret person, surprise guest, and then a week from now, next Wednesday, we'll be revealing it. So hopefully by then it'll be okay to share with the world.
Yeah, it's okay to share now. She's just not on our website yet, but she will be very shortly.
Amazing. Okay, guys, I usually like to finish off with more of a meaningful question. So this podcast is called Patient Journey Pioneers. So, it's roadmaps from the top digital leaders in healthcare. And I see you guys as well as patient journey pioneers, obviously. Troy, what does it mean to you to be a patient journey pioneer?
I mean, it's just really being able to hear the stories of what people are going through, right? There's just so much that technology can really help and alleviate when it comes to access to care, to, the different types of pathways that people can now have ownership of their own health, So for me, it's something that's empowering for myself as well. I mean, even the journey to become a parent, my husband and I are looking at that, idea and that journey itself. So when I go to health, I get to learn even about those aspects. So it's a matter of, it's nice to be a patient, but then also see what you're doing is helping bring other patients, better care overall.
Well said. Now you have a fight with Jody, who's head of content, who's so, speaks so eloquently. So I'm wondering how you define what being a patient journey pioneer is.
Yeah, I mean, I think everything we talk about at Health, at ViVE, at Health Europe, it boils down to the patient experience interacting with our industry. So that has to be our true north in everything that we do and everything that we put together at our event and year round. And then I just think our industry, it touches everyone so personally. We all have our own stories. Our family, our friends have stories. I mean, healthcare, again, will touch everyone or already has. So I think that's what motivates me every day. How can I make this industry better for my children in the future, my nieces, my nephew? I want them to live in a better world. So that's what gets me going.
Amazing. Well,
so she beat me.
No, she didn't. I really liked yours as well. Yours was very touching, I gotta say. Well, I want to thank you too for being patient journey pioneers for all patients out there, because we all are. And thanks for putting this amazing event together. I know there's Health coming up in the fall, and then tell us kind of what the difference is between Health and ViVE. A lot of people tend to see them as like the same, just seasonal. What's the difference between them?
Jody, you got this.
Should I do my forest in the trees?
Yes, do the forest in the trees, and then I can do my other little one.
Yeah. Because honestly, this has been something internally that we've tried to get our heads around too since the launch of ViVE. We want them to have their own identity. So the way I look at it from the content perspective is health is the forest of health innovation, a lot of the big macro trends. And then ViVE is, okay, so we're talking about what's AI look like 15 years from now? At ViVE, it's how is this impacting clinicians today? So it's a lot more in the weeds, a lot more operational, a lot more what's happening within the four walls of a health system, where health, we can get a little bit more abstract with it.
I can never beat Jody's words, right? It's just...
Yeah, she nails it every time. And in the same regard, ViVE is the here and now in a way, you know? And then health is really what do we see coming to the future? And that future outlook.
And you know what I think both have in common is Fiona.
Petunia.
Petunia!
Oh, we don't know if we Fiona. Oh my God. Freudian slip.
So Petunia is the health mascot. And actually ViVE has its own mascot. She's not very popular yet, but her name's Vicky. And
I think you should make it Fiona then.
Is she a narwhal? I forget.
No, she's a kiwi.
A kiwi.
She's a kiwi.
Is this new? I didn't know this.
She's been around, but we haven't put as much emphasis around Vicky, so we need to do better at that.
Okay, well, Petunia
is a hit.
Vicky. Petunia is a hit. She really is.
Yeah.
I'm wondering if this year you're going to have, like, I don't know, a huge Petunia walking around, or like, you know, those, what do you call it?
Mascot.
No, when you hit the mascot.
Oh, no, Petunia.
And the candy comes falling out. I just had a blackout.
Oh, a piñata.
Piñata.
I was like, you can't hit Petunia.
Yeah, you can't hit Petunia.
We do have a big Petunia walking around. So.
Okay, don't hit her though. That was just I thought, no hitting her with a baseball bat.
No,
okay, cool. Do not hit Petunia.
A very nice young actor behind that. So.
Yes.
Okay, we will respect him then. Okay, my dears. Well, thank you so much for hopping on. We're excited to see you all at Health. It's going to be a hit, and I can't wait for Health and for ViVE. Hyro is a huge supporter of both and all, so we love you all and good luck. And here's to a great event.
Thank you so much.
Yes, thank you.
Bye.
Thank you for listening to Patient Journey Pioneers, brought to you by Hyro. Subscribe to our podcast on your favorite listening platform. See you on our next episode.